What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Nate coming at you from Real Talk Radio. I'm here with Josh
Hey, how you guys doing?
and our main man, guest of the day, Danny Foxx. What's up, Danny? How are you?
Hey bro, what's happening? Thanks for having me.
By way of introduction, man, it's sort of like an elevator pitch. Can you sort of give us a bio about yourself and what you're about, who you are?
Yeah man, well my name's Dan. I'm from Brisbane, been living here since about 2009, friends with all the boys. Me at the moment, what I'm about is my main job, I'm in sales. I'm a telemarketer. I've been doing commission only sales, working for myself for a couple of years now. Hobbies would include spending money on clothes and shoes. So I do quite a lot. I was going down the route of starting a extra income, doing influencing on Instagram. At the moment, it's fucking dead. So it's not really worth it, but it's still a good hobby of mine. I really like to, it's a good creative outlet. So if you go on my Instagram, you'll see I take quite a lot of outfit photos, try and put a little effort into locations, putting things together. That's just more a hobby for me at the moment. Yeah. A lot of people who I meet, they think that that's my main job because I try and make it nice.
Because you're fucking good at
it.
But
yeah, it's just a hobby. I make decent money doing the sales. So I like to treat myself, like to buy lots of clothes and like to put it together and actually make something of it. So it's about me in a nutshell at the moment.
Yeah, dope. So the stuff you learn in sales, I guess being a self-made businessman, has that translated to your success on social media? Because I mean, I've seen your Instagram, and
I feel like sales is definitely like a very sought after skill. I think it's something you should even be.
I don't know how to fucking sell anything.
Well, I'll tell anybody as soon as anyone asks me, what happened when you learned sales, even without people asking me, I'll go up and say it is the single most defining skill that I ever learned in my life. It completely changed my entire life. Once I understood the concept behind how it works, being in control of a conversation, being able to relate to someone and have them see what you're trying to have them see in a way that they will understand and connect with, and then get the outcome that you're trying to desire, was just revolutionary. It changes relationships, it changes conversations, it changes going on holiday, it changes going to dinner, changes asking for a favor, because you're a bit more in control of your own emotions. You understand people's reactions, and you also understand when someone is trying to influence you.
True.
And previously to that, I would just be in conversations and had no idea how little control I had over the conversations and how I was being used and how things were being said to me, and I just was not really contributing. They were in control of the flow, and I was just adding to their topics. And then once I sort of started to realize, I was like, oh wow, okay, these are instances where people have been influencing me to do things, or they've got the result that they were after, and I have no idea about the tact and how I fell into that. It just comes from like, when somebody asks you a question, knowing why are they asking this question? What are they going to say next? Do I need to answer this? What are the implications if I actually answer this question? You keep a bit more, you realize how important information is, and keep it to yourself a little bit more, know when to give it, and know how important it is when people start giving you information, and knowing how to extract more, and then use it for whatever you need to. Can be used, it's like one of those things where once you learn sales, I feel like people should sit you down and say, okay, now this can be used for good and it can be used for evil. So you got a responsibility now that you understand this. You can abuse it. You can start.
Like a Wolf of Wall Street. That is the perfect example.
I was telling one of the guys at work the other day about a sales trick that I use, which I didn't actually realize I'd been using it in my outside life. And then I use it at work, and I was like, holy shit, I've used this before. And it's like, if I start laying this on you, you're fucked. You have no idea what you're in for. If I start taking this line of conversation, I'm getting what I want.
So sales is that subtle, because I don't know, man. So for me, I'm like, yeah, man, this is cool.
Why don't I give you a story?
Okay,
like
go.
A situation.
Uncle Ben, Peter Parker talk.
So
great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah, for my brother's birthday, I bought us 2 tickets to go do the Story Bridge climb. So you go walk on the Story Bridge.
Yeah.
I bought it for him. It took us ages to book it, and then we're like, let's get around to doing it. It's like a little brother bonding moment.
Yeah.
Booked it in for a Saturday, had it all booked in, so it'd be like afternoon time. And then when the day rolled around, it was torrential weather.
Yeah.
It was fucking raining so bad. The sky was grey, it was wet, and it was just miserable.
Did you go up anyway? Or?
Well, no, I woke up out of bed and I fucking hate the rain.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to go outside when it's raining.
Yeah.
I want to stay in bed. I want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Let alone do I want to be climbing a fucking bridge while I'll be looking at the stairs the whole time. I won't be enjoying it. I'll be trying to stay warm.
Yeah.
Like, we could get to the top and I'm going to be like, peek up and go, okay, cool, can we go back down?
Yeah.
So it's just not what I paid for.
Yeah.
And I want to get out of it
Yeah.
any way possible. So I call my brother and I'm like, I'm sure you don't want to go up in this weather, do you? And he's like, nah. I said, well, neither do I. I'm going to try and get it moved. So I'm like, fuck, how do I do this? So pretty much there's not a phone number for the office there. There's like a website. So I Googled around, I found the phone number, call it up. No one's obviously working in the office. They're like, if you have a climb booked, it's like a 1300 number. So I left a voicemail. I'm like, you need to call me back. There's been an emergency. I need to speak to someone about my booking.
Yeah.
And then this guy calls me back and he's like, oh, hey, it's Matt calling from the Story Bridge climb. Like, he's all positive. And then I'm just like,
Shut up, man, it's raining.
I've got to play this the right way because like I want to try and see if I can get out of it, but I don't want to end up screwing myself over. So I'm like, all right, what's the best story that's going to work for me to get the end result, which is we don't have to do it.
Yeah.
So I said, hey, look, thanks for calling me back. Really appreciate it. Sorry, I left a really aggressive voicemail. I just really needed to call back. Something's happened. Something's gone wrong, and with my little brother, and he's had to go to the emergency room, and so we're not going to be able to make the climb today.
Yeah.
And he goes,
Sorry, Matt,
yeah. Look, really appreciate it. We don't want anyone getting hurt on the climb, so that's not a problem. We can get it all moved. Not a worry. We're just going to need a medical certificate, and then we'll be able to get it moved. And I'm like, oh shit. Okay, roadblock. Think quick. So I was like, now here's where the tactic comes in. I can't show him that I'm scared because he'll know that I'm bluffing. So I have to play with it, but not react like some people would get stroppy in that instance, and they would just push back and they would say, what do I need that for? That's bullshit. And they would just go hard at it because they don't know how to navigate around those circumstances.
Yeah.
You got to be calm. You just got to think quicker. You got to be smarter than the other guy.
Yeah.
So that's when I was like, all right, no worries. Look, obviously I'm trying to work this situation, so I want to make sure I get it all done. I'm not with him right now, so I'll have to go back and see if I can get you that, but trust me, I'm on it. I dropped him off at the emergency ward with his girlfriend, so I don't actually know if they're still there or not to be able to get the medical certificate, but I'll see if I can go back. And just in case, just so I know, just in case I can't get the medical certificate, what would be the options then? And that's the question where I'm about to fuck him.
Yeah.
Whenever he gives me that answer, he doesn't know what's coming next. So he comes back with, because I want to know the reason why he needs the medical certificate.
Yeah.
And he starts sprouting off some bullshit about, we can't rebook it because they're already paid for in groups and this and that. Basically saying that I would have to buy tickets again.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, no, that's bullshit, man. Like, you can just
You've
move
paid, man. So
you can move it. I just
Yeah.
can't make it. Just shift it round. And you don't actually, legally, probably can't ask me for a medical certificate, but I'll let you think that you're in control, and then I'll find a way around this. So I'm like, he tells me that. I'm like, okay, that's confusing, but I'll try and work around it. Let me give you a call back. So then I hang up, and then I'm like, all right, fuck, I've got to think quick. I've got to come up with a story why we can't get the medical certificate, and then now I've got to call him back, and it's got to make sense. So I give him a call back, and I'm like, all right, I think I've got something that he's not going to be able to get around. So I said, all right, look, obviously I told you that I had to drop him off, and then I had to leave because I'm actually sorting something else out. I left him with his girlfriend. What I found out is that they've actually left the medical room. He didn't even see a doctor. he's just sort of like had an issue, come good, and he's left. So I don't know if we're going to go back, but let me just explain to you what happened. Basically, my little brother, he suffers from severe anxiety.
You appeal to emotion.
And
I love it.
And he's got a real fear of heights. And the reason that what happened today is he's actually had a panic attack. He's getting a bit more nervous about this climb. He's got a massive fear of heights. I'm pretty sure the rain has probably triggered it a little bit. And he's had a panic attack. So he's had to go into the medical certificate. I'm sure he's had to go into the emergency room, and I think they just sort of calmed him down, and then he's left. Part of the reason why I booked this for him is I'm his big brother.
Therapy.
And I'm trying to do something with him to help him challenge some of the problems that he's got in his life and help him overcome it. And I really I'm trying to like give him a good experience. I'm trying to manage this whole thing, and he's having a panic attack, and it's just really hard. So I'm actually looking to you, like, can you just give me a little bit of help here? Because I'm sure he's going to come good. I'm sure if he can't do it today, he's going to feel like a failure. So I'd really love to just be able to move it to another weekend, come back, make it all good, give him the little brother experience, and that's what I'm looking for. And the guy just folded. He just folded. It was just like, yeah, look, oh man, that's so bad. I mean, like, look, I understand that. We want him to have a good experience too. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna book it. I'm gonna remove the booking moving fee. Just waived all this stuff. And then I called my brother back. I'm like, thank you so much, bro. Like, hang up. Call my brother back. I'm like, all right, we booked it for 2 weekends. And he's like, how the fuck did you do that?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I just thought just was smarter than the guy.
Yeah.
You just got to think quicker.
That's it.
But part of what I did in the sales in there was not just coming up with a bullshit story. It was just, he presented me with the objection, you're going to need the medical certificate, and I just played it cool and said, no problem. I agree to your terms. You're in control. But just in case I can't agree to your terms, tell me what my options are.
Yeah.
And then I just got him to spill the beans on the reasoning and allow me to find the ways around it, because I didn't tip my hand and act like I didn't get upset and act like, you're making this hard.
Yeah.
So too many people, they react negatively because they feel like they're out of control.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you just play it cool and you stay in control, you might find a way around it. And if I couldn't, fine. That's it. At least I knew that I did everything that I could, and I thought intelligently in a way to get around it. I mean, and that's probably an example where I've kind of abused it a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, I don't want to get wet.
But I mean, it's a small price to pay for your comfort. A lot of people look at.
But it was like $400 in tickets for this fucking climb.
If you want to climb that bridge,
you think they'd cancel it or reschedule it anyway.
Right.
Like, who is going to want to climb a bridge in the Sunshine State?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. It's totally inclement weather, but that's the thing. You can't just expect people to do things for you. You can't just call up and say, you guys are going to move it because it's raining, right?
Yeah.
And then they're going to straight away take a stance and go, no, it's in our terms and conditions, and if you don't like it, this and that.
Yeah.
Boom, you just played it the wrong way straight away.
95% of the time. Yeah.
Played it the wrong way if you call up that way.
Yeah.
If you call up and say, we want to move it, and they go, medical certificate, and then you bite back. You played it the wrong way.
Yeah.
You got to act like, let the other person be in control, or at least put it back on them. Say, look, I understand you guys have your own rules. Let me just work out what we can do.
Yeah.
And then you can navigate around that field, play the game correctly, and then things can go your way.
That's a sick story, man. That's a dope story. I'm keeping that one.
Yeah. So that's again, you could use it for good or for evil.
Yeah. Well, I guess there's two sides.
It's kind of a victimless crime there, you know.
Yeah.
I told a massive lie about my brother having
lost money or anything like that.
That's right. You know, I put my brother up for slaughter though. I had to say that, you know, he's got anxiety, and I'm like, all right, bro, next weekend when we turn up, you got to act like a little sad sack.
Yeah,
so,
we just have to find
you got to pretend to be nervous, but we got what we want, so we're cool.
Yeah. So by virtue of being a salesman and a businessman, you'd obviously be pretty knowledgeable in, like, you know, various investment vehicles. And obviously we're big in the crypto space, the cryptocurrency space.
Yeah.
What's your attitude toward cryptocurrency? Where's it going to be in the future, according to you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't pretend to know about the market. A lot of people, when they get into investing in crypto, they want to act like they know about it. But I eat humble pie. I'm not going to turn around and tell you that I know exactly how Bitcoin or blockchain works. But I think it's really exciting, and I'm going on gut vibe that I feel like this is a great change. And the gut feeling that I have is this is the new generation of a technical revolution. This is like when the internet came out all over again, when computers came out and Microsoft was booming and everything was changing. We had that to be laid down, internet and computers. We've rolled along for years, about 20 years or so. Like fucking at least 20 years. And then now this is starting to kick off, and it's revolutionizing payment systems, currencies, putting the control back into the users, and it's something that's very needed. So I feel like, only the strong will survive. There's going to be a massive bubble. There's all these cryptocurrencies are going to turn into nothing. It's like what my brother told me when I was talking to him about investing in it. He goes, it's kind of going to be like Supersoft. Supersoft, right?
What's Supersoft? What's Supersoft?
He said, exactly.
Oh, fuck.
Supersoft doesn't exist anymore, but it was a booming company when Microsoft was coming up. Not here. Only the strong survive.
Fuck, I had no idea what that's. Okay, shit.
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of these cryptocurrencies which are currently in my portfolio, which are going to have to play it by ear, and I have to get out of these because only the strong survive.
Is that your general attitude towards investing, just in generally? So as in you won't put all your eggs in one basket type situation. Because a lot of people do, man. People fucking ride Bitcoin hard.
Yeah, it is high risk.
Yeah.
It is a high risk investment, however you look at it. I try and go, I don't trade, because trading is, you got to be either really highly intelligent or just a gambler.
Yeah. I feel like you got to be on it too with like day trading and all that sort of stuff. You gotta be constantly watching charts.
Yeah. My dad is a financial investor, and so I've quizzed him. I said, what do you think about CFDs? What do you think about shorting stocks? What do you think about hedge funds? And he said, Dan, nobody knows what the market's going to do. All they're doing is betting that the market is going to go up, or betting that the market's it's gambling. The time and time again, what's been proven is just work with the market. So invest in like an index. It's going to have smaller returns, but it's been proven over a 10-year period that you'll consistently get 10 to 20% returns, and it's better to get rich slowly. So I've always said, like, if I put 30k into crypto and I made 250k, I would take all that profit, reinvest 20%, maybe 30% of that, but the 70 or 80% I will put into tried and tested markets, like the indexes, because they are going to continue to bring in better returns. But just because if I got to the end of a financial year and I started with a certain amount of profit, a certain amount of capital, and then I put only 30% into crypto and 70% into stocks, like index stocks. At the end of the year, my 70% got me 10% return, and my 30% got me 80% return. Most people in retrospect would say, oh fuck, I should have put the whole lot in. But it's not, it's more risky, and it's not as likely that you'll get that lucky. And you can probably rest better knowing that your 70% is safe and it's going to continue. Like, you've got that 10% next year, that extra, that 70% plus the 10% that you made is going to compound, and you get another 10 to 15% on that, and you can that will continue to grow. And just because your 30% might have gotten me the same returns in a year, I would be more comfortable playing the strategy that way. Because I feel like at least I'm a bit more stable and secure. Absolutely. And not get too greedy.
Absolutely.
Because I want to make sure that I'm turning 32 next month. I don't want to be taking huge risks that I'm 36 with nothing.
Right.
I'd rather get to 36 and have made that steady 10 to 20% on that, and the bigger runs with the smaller investments on crypto. But I'd feel more happy with my decisions.
Absolutely.
If I got that way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Man, it's really, like, now that I've sort of spent a bit more time reading into investing and whatnot, it's really fucking weird how people in their mid to late 40s are like, now I'll start investing. Now I'll start looking at my financial security. And it's like, holy fuck, like, I totally get, you're young and whatever.
I've always thought doing that when you're younger is
it just makes more sense.
Take
the risk now. Investing is a risk.
You've got more time on your side when you're younger to do things like that.
So what the fuck are people doing for 25 plus years?
Yeah,
they're not.
I
just blows my mind.
Well, that just goes to show. I mean, I'd say for us, you got these other people older. In the later years that you can look at them and say, what have you been doing this whole time? And there's some of them are stinking rich and they have no clue what they're doing. Does it just make you feel a bit more, happy with where you are at and the outlook that you have moving forward? That you will get to that age and you'll have made smarter choices than those people.
And had a sick time doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is gangster. So, man, moving forward, I want to talk about your fashion and just your style in general, man, because it's...
Are you big on like the sort of swap and sell forums and that sort of stuff?
Yeah. I mean, for me, because I buy so many clothes, I don't want it to all be, negative spending. I want to, if I've spent like $5,000 in 1 year on clothes, it'd be good if I could just move that $5,000 again, or at least maybe turn it back into 3, and then use that 3 to buy more clothes. So can
you repeat that again? Because not many people have that outlook on fashion. Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why I've been buying sort of nicer pieces, more expensive quality items, because I can sort of treat it like an asset rather than having spent that money. It's just sitting in my wardrobe, and then it's just not liquid at the moment.
Especially with like some of the more like high-end streetwear, it's, there's always resale value.
If it holds value.
And APC and all of that sort of stuff.
Yeah. So because I keep my clothes in good nick, I don't overwear them, try not to get them dirty. If I wear it for enough for me to be happy with the style I got out of it, got a good amount of wear from it, and then I can just flip it and then buy more clothes.
That's right.
It's less of an expensive hobby if you do it that way. So I've been hammering Facebook buy sell recently because my wardrobe's overflowing. Rather than just throwing it out, like I have been donating quite a lot of the stuff which is not worth selling, so it should be moved to a better home. But some of the other stuff I got in there, I'm like, this is cool, it's just not really my style. So I've had it for a bit of a year. I've been like hustling hard, flipping that, and I bought myself another $3,000 worth of wardrobe that was just out of the wardrobe that I had there, and and I traded it up for stuff that is that I like more, because I took maybe 30 pieces and turned them into about 10 that were higher, like more expensive brands that most people wouldn't really have that disposable income. But I just flipped it for that, and I'm pretty happy with it.
Do you find yourself like doing that with shoes as well, like buying multiples of one drop and then holding on to them for resale and things like that?
Oh man, the sneaker resale is a huge game, and I haven't really got into that because A, it's hard to even get the drops that are worth reselling. B, it's not only hard to get at least one pair of them, but it's hard to get two. Like some of the releases that will only allow you to buy one pair at a time. So I stay away from all that, because you got guys who will camp out for 3 to 4 days. Like they've got bots, but there's some sneaker bots? Millionaires, man. Really? Yeah, there's bots that will just link up and just buy every size. Is why you got these little Asian kids on Instagram who put up a photo and they have like 40 boxes of Yeezys. Those boxes never saw a shelf. And sometimes they get them backdoored, or they get them directly from the factory, or they get them off the website. And a normal consumer doesn't even have the chance to buy them for retail. Like one pair of shoes will never see the light of day at $350 or whatever it is the retail is. Like for Yeezys, it's about $250. It'll never see the light of day because the reseller just buys it up with their bots, and then they flip it for like $1,000 a pair. And so these kids don't even have a chance to buy it for retail.
That is a business model and a half.
Yeah, I know.
We need to get onto some of our developers to develop a bot to buy
that's crazy though.
But it makes it hard because like it really drives up the culture and the hype, and the price just drives up and up and up because it's just so hard to get. So that kind of makes me a little bit jaded towards it. I'm just kind of like, fuck you, I'm not falling into that trap.
That's right. Yeah.
It's like Supreme. It's just so hard to get. It's just, I don't know. I just stick away from all that and just try and find classic styles that I like.
Right. So it's sort of to summarize your style and a bit of advice to dudes who are trying to figure out how best to how best to dress and how best to identify their own style, what
Yeah.
advice would you give to those guys?
Just go for the quality pieces before you go for the brands. I mean, people,
Right, okay.
people look at, they think that putting an outfit together is based on which brand of pants should I wear, which brand of top should I wear, and
Yeah.
if I combined a few brands that people like, then that's a good outfit, and they end up just looking like not very stylish. They should go for work out what works, like proportions, colors matching, classic styles, and go for that first.
Yeah.
And then once you get that down, then you can start swapping out the pieces for a nice brand or
True.
two. Like buy a nice leather jacket, buy a nice piece of outerwear,
So would you-
some nice shoes.
Would you say like maybe one statement piece per outfit or something like that? You know,
You can
know,
keep
you'll
it.
see
You can
people-
literally keep it that simple. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can get a denim jacket from Zara with a simple plain white tee, nice pair of black jeans, and then you can wear some YSL boots, and you don't need to flex with everything.
Yeah, that's dope.
100%.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Look, Danny, thank you so much for spending a bit of time sharing all that knowledge with us, man, and the stories. Appreciate it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. It's been good.
And that's it from us at Real Talk Radio. We'll see you guys on the flip side. Peace.
So yeah,
That was dope.